academy. His mother, drunk with joy, placed flowers and fresh fruit at the foot of Comrade Stallin's portrait. "He is watching you," she said. "One day you will be a man to be reckoned with, a man to be feared." In his mother's eyes, there was no finer thing for a man to be. It was the ambition of most cadets to serve abroad in a residentura, an SVR station, where they would recruit and run enemy spies. It took a certain type of officer to perform such work. He had to be brash, confident, talkative, quick on his feet, a natural seducer. Heathcliff, unfortunately, was blessed with none of these qualities, nor did he possess the physical attributes required for some of the SVR's more unsavory tasks. What he had was a facility for languages. He spoke fluent German and Dutch as well as English, and a memory that even by the SVR's high standards was deemed to be exceptional. He was given a choice, a rarity in the hierarchical world of the SVR. He could work at Moscow Center as a translator, or serve in the field as a courier. He chose the latter, thus sealing his fate. It was not glamorous work, but vital. With his 4 languages and a briefcase full of false passports, he roamed the world in service of the motherland, a clandestine delivery boy, a secret postman. He cleaned out dead drops, stuffed cash into safe deposit boxes, and on occasion even rubbed shoulders with an actual paid agent of Moscow Center. It was not uncommon for him to spend 300 nights a year outside Russia, leaving him unsuited for marriage or even a serious relationship. The SVR provided him with female comfort when he was in Moscow, beautiful young girls who under normal circumstances would never look at him twice, but when traveling he was prone to bouts of intense loneliness. It was during one such episode, in a hotel bar in Hamburg, that he met his Catherine. She was drinking white wine at a table in the corner, an attractive woman in her mid-30s, light brown hair, sun-tanned arms and legs. Heathcliff was under orders to avoid such women while traveling. Invariably they were hostile intelligence officers or prostitutes in their employ. But Catherine did not look the part, and when she glanced at Heathcliff over her mobile phone and smiled, he felt a jolt of electricity that surged from his heart straight to his groin. "Care to join me?" she asked. "I do hate to drink alone." Her name was not Catherine. It was Astrid. At least that was the name she had whispered into his ear while running a fingernail lightly along the inside of his thigh. She was Dutch, which meant Heathcliff, who was posing as a Russian businessman, was able to address her in her native language. After several drinks together, she invited herself to Heathcliff's room, where he felt safe. He woke the next morning with a profound hangover, which was unusual for him, and with no memory of engaging in the act of love. By then Astrid was showered and wrapped in a toweling robe. In the light of day her remarkable beauty was plain to see. "Free tonight?" she asked. "I shouldn't." "Why not?" He had no answer. "You'll take me on a proper date, though? A nice dinner? Maybe a disco afterward?" And then she opened her robe, revealing a pair of beautifully formed breasts. Try as he might, Heathcliff could not recall caressing them. They traded phone numbers, another forbidden act, and parted company. Heathcliff had 2 errands to run in Hamburg that day that required several hours of dry cleaning to make certain he was not under surveillance. As he was completing his second task, the routine emptying of a dead letter box, he received a text message with the name of a trendy restaurant near the port. He arrived at the appointed hour to find a radiant Astrid already seated at their table, behind an open bottle of hideously expensive Montrachet. Heathcliff frowned. He would have to pay for the wine out of his own pocket. Moscow Center monitored his expenses carefully and berated him when he exceeded his allowance. Astrid seemed to sense his unease. "Don't worry, it's my treat." "I thought I was supposed to take you out on a proper date." "Did I really say that?" It was at that instant Heathcliff understood he had made a terrible mistake. His instincts told him to turn and run, but he knew it was no use. His bed was made. And so he stayed at the restaurant and dined with the woman who had betrayed him. Their conversation was stilted and strained, the stuff of a bad television drama, and when the check came, it was Astrid who paid. In cash, of course. Outside, a car was waiting. Heathcliff raised no objections when Astrid quietly instructed him to climb into the back seat.